friends! I'm Zach.
I'm Mitch.
And we are an excellent little podcast.
We are here presenting you something a little different than a little movie podcast starring Zach and Mitch.
Wait, so I know we haven't done this joke in a little bit, but we're not doing a podcast. We are doing a podcast.
We are,
And we're not reviewing movies. We're doing something different. We're eating hamburgers.
Where do you see hamburgers?
Well, it was on the Lido deck a little bit ago, but I don't know. I don't trust brisket these days. Not burgers.
Where do you see hamburgers?
They were by the quick service location.
I never saw. On the deck. Oh,
yeah.
Speaking of which, yeah. So we are on our fourth official day and second day at sea on the Disney Dream. This is our day 4 of our 5-night Disney Halloween cruise. We've got a lot of stuff to talk. Well, not a lot of stuff to talk about, but yeah. So the way that we're gonna split this episode up is in place of our non-spoiler section, Zach will give his first thoughts of the day. I will give my first of the thoughts of the day overall. I will give my details of the day. Zach will give his. Then we will talk about some other things like entertainment, food offerings, and other things like that. And then we will give our review, and one of us will describe what we do there. So, now that I've spoken the most out of everybody, Zach, what are your first thoughts of the day?
Yeah, so today was my first day back after not clutching the toilet for a majority of the day, which was nice, because I love my days at sea. Days at sea are personally my favorite days on a cruise, period. So I always love having fun on days at sea. And and I came back strong. I actually did quite a few things today. So it was a whole lot of fun. Did a lot of things. Tonight was evidently formal night. We didn't get the bill on that because we spent all of our formal wear on our costume last night being Newsies. Yeah. So all that stuff was dirty for us, but we still had button downs. So I mean, hey, that still worked. But yeah, overall tonight was fun.
Yeah. So guess it's my turn. Yeah, today was really, really fun. A nice little rest and relaxation day, in my opinion. But there were still a lot of fun things to do. Plenty of trivia opportunities. I know, Zach, you did a few.
Yeah, I did a couple.
I was hoping to catch 1 or 2, but I think at the end of the day, I just wanted to, get my bearings, because we've been doing a lot the past couple days.
Oh, yeah.
And we had a lot of stuff to do this evening for it. So, with the entertainment offerings that we had. But yeah, solid day for day 4.
All right, Mitch. So, we had a little bit of a weird cut transition there. I love it, though, because you know what? We're still working out some kinks, but it's okay.
Yeah.
So, what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go ahead and get into our activities and details of the day. Mitch, since you kind of ended with your first thoughts and you kind of enjoyed today, do you mind talking about what you did today? Since, again, we kind of do a little bit of different things on our cruises.
Yeah, sure. So, since I've been the merchandise carrier for the past couple days, I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that I bought. I think I'm the only one that's bought anything on this.
You've bought merchandise. I've bought experiences.
Yes, that's exactly it. And I'm actually wearing something, so get out of here. I'm wearing this nice, comfy shirt. Nice Hawaiian shirt.
And I'm back.
He's back. And I also bought... Were you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
I also bought this nice little... What do you call it?
Little thermos.
Yeah, little thermos. Has 2022 on it, Disney Cruise Line. Here you go, Zach. Hold on to that for me. Hey! There's nothing in there.
No, there isn't. I thought it was...
No. What'd you think there was in there?
Well, it ain't booze. Oh, it's air.
It is air.
Very important Disney Cruise air.
Yeah, so that's the merchandise that I bought. Hopefully I get some more stuff later on. We both also... We rode the aqueduct.
Oh yeah, we did meet up for the aqueduct.
Yeah, we did. Got some nice footage, but I thought it was really fun. Not something I would do over and over again, but something that kids, they would definitely want to do over and over again. So now we can say, we rode a Disney Cruise Line attraction.
Yay! Yeah, Aqueduct was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the views,
Yeah.
like around being able to like kind of cruise around. But kind of as you said, it wasn't as extreme as like other like rapid tubing rides that I've been on before, like Magic Waters in Rockford, Illinois. Their like aqua coaster is really really cool and fun. I still think that one's the best one. But this was it was a nice little novelty for a cruise line to have.
Yeah, and my last detail were the many meet and greets that we did. So first we met the Sanderson sisters.
We did meet the Sanderson sisters.
Minnie, Daisy, and Clarabelle were dressed as the Sanderson sisters for their Halloween costumes on the Disney cruise, and they were glorious.
They were exquisite.
Yes, they were. They were so fun. Zach spent most of his time with Clarabelle, and I spent with Minnie and Daisy. And they pointed out the Hawaiian shirt that I was wearing. Daisy saw Donald, and Minnie was like, "Oh, like I love this shirt." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much. I spent so much money on it, but it is well worth it." And I kept asking, like, "Is it worth it? What do you think? Do you like it?
Yeah.
Do you love it?" And they were like, "Oh,
yes."
They actually did that. They did
our chef's kiss.
They did a chef's kiss. It was amazing. After that, we went straight to meeting Jack and Sally, which that has to be one of my most favorite meet and greets. Face characters.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because Jack, what was your conversation with Jack?
So my conversation with Jack was, it's kind of started out with, do you have any plans for next Halloween or Christmas? And he said, well, I can't be the master if I tell him my secrets, which I was like, fair.
Phenomenal.
That's fair.
Me and Sally were just listening the whole time, and so at the end, because Jack thought we were looking for Oogie Boogie.
Yes, and we wanted to stay clear of all creepy crawlies.
Yeah, but so we immediately no, Jack, we want nothing to do with Oogie Boogie. All you, my friend. Yes. And Sally looks at me and she goes, "Cross your heart, cross my heart," and she just goes, "I don't have a heart." Like,
just deadpans it.
I loved it. It was great. And then we said our goodbyes, and I'm like, "Jack, it is such a pleasure. Jack Skellington."
Yeah.
And then right after that, we had some breaks. And then we met Cinderella.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really fun. Really, were we her last family?
Yes, we were her last family. Because they literally cut it, because Rapunzel
was on the way.
Rapunzel was very much on the way, and you could see the character attendants were like, "Ooh, shoot, we forgot to cut off this line." So
they did very well.
They did. They handled it pretty well, and the family behind us is actually a family we've run into a couple of times. But they handled it also really, really well too. So yeah, they were looking to meet Rapunzel, they were saying too. So it worked out perfectly anyway.
Yeah. Right, so there's my details of the day.
Well, do you want me to share my details as well?
I kind of want to talk about the food, but I guess you matter.
Okay, well, my phone number and my social security card is... no, not those details. But the adventures that I went on for today's cruise was... I did a Disney Tunes trivia, which that was the trivia I was most excited for because I have a lot of Disney music and tunes knowledge. Growing up, we listened to a lot of Disney tunes going on road trips and whatnot, and even now I still listen to a lot of Disney tunes on my way to work and whatnot. So I was like, I'm ready for this. I'm here for this. And I tied for first place with 4 other groups. So we had to do a tiebreaker. Thing was, though, is that I would have had it if I wouldn't have mistitled Hercules One Last Hope. I titled it as, like, You're My Only Hope, I think. Because I couldn't think of it. I was like, I got it. And they only did the instrumental parts of each of the songs, so really lyrics couldn't help me out. So I was like, oh, shoot. So I missed that one, and if I would have had that one, I would have won and had 27 points. But
what a rookie!
I know, right?
I know that
I was having a brain fart, man. Brain fart.
So I'm going to say this right now. Amongst this crew, out of both of us, Zach has the most vacation brain.
Oh yeah, 100%. I've had total vacation brain on this cruise.
I am not kidding you. Just a quick side note.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zach.
No, you're good.
I had to embarrass you.
You're fine. You're fine. But yeah. So 4-way tie, and the tiebreaker has nothing to do with music trivia. They say how long in minutes is the runtime of Frozen 1. So I was like, okay. So I ended up guessing like about 110 minutes. I overestimated and it was 102, so another group got closer. So I unfortunately did not win Disney Tunes trivia, which I was really sad about, but I got over it. So then I went on to Lion King trivia, to which I also lost that one too. It was not a good day for me on trivia, but I still had fun at both. And then, near the end of the night, I went ahead and went to Evolution, which is more the adults club area, which is a really fun area. And I did a couple of things, but the thing that I enjoyed the most out of that night was the comedian who did a stage show earlier that we missed that show because we wanted to do a couple other things.
Right.
We came out and we did those other things, and he happened to have an adult show for tonight. So I sat in on that, and I thought it was really funny. He did a really, really wonderful job. I do like ventriloquists. I think ventriloquists are pretty fun. But the fact that he didn't have to perform and have that PG-13 rating, you could tell that he was really letting loose, and it was a whole lot of fun to see him do it. So Taylor Mason, definitely look him up when he comes, if you go on Disney Cruise, and look for him. Definitely for probably the main stage as well, and as well definitely look for that adults only show that he'll do as well.
Very nice. So now we're going to go into the food section.
Yeah.
Breakfast and lunch at the Cabana, pretty much your standard stuff.
Pretty much the same thing. They do change out a few different things, but
not a brisket.
And no.
Have we mentioned the quick service place?
We have mentioned it,
yeah.
But
I ate there again in between lunch and dinner because there's a big break in between your lunch and sometimes even your breakfast and your lunch, depending on what you're doing. So I recommend, even though Zach, you would disagree with me on this, I recommend going to a quick service place on a Disney cruise just to grab like chicken tenders, fries, or just like a small handful of fries that tide you over until your next meal.
100%. I'm always down for Disney chicken fingers and like fries and whatnot.
Yeah.
I just made the mistake. I thought I made the mistake from getting food poisoning from there, which it wasn't. It ended up not being there, but for a while I had some guff with that quick service because I thought I had a bad mushroom. I thought that's what it was because I had the mushroom and I think it was Fonterra cheese, panini. That was good, but I thought for a while that's what gave me food poisoning. It was not. It was the brisket, hands down. But
so there's our breakfast and lunch, and I call it your snack.
Yeah,
time.
Your snack time, and then for dinner, personally, I thought that this was the best theming restaurant that we've had. It was Animator's Palette.
Okay.
It's themed around being amongst an animator's studio.
It's based in Pixar.
But it's heavily based in Pixar. There is a few Disney things, like I saw like a dwarf stand-in as well.
And the chairs are
Mickey.
The chairs are Mickey.
Chairs are Mickey. But overall, it's very Pixar themed. And there's a really cool thing that in the middle of dinner, all of a sudden, all the animation cells and whatnot that are going around on the TVs around, then turn into the big blue world of Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
And you get to play around with the friends of Finding Nemo and do like a small little turtle talk with Crush.
Yeah, that was neat. Yeah.
Which was really fun.
Yeah.
So I definitely recommend
if you get a chance to be on the Disney Dream.
If you get a chance to be on the Disney Dream, make sure you do not miss your Animator's Palette dinner. But enough about the ambiance. Mitch, what did you think about the food at Animator's Palette?
So for that
palette. Sorry, I said palace. My fault.
So the appetizer, I had the ham. Yeah, the little ham and cheese, and what was the one thing I had that I'm like, what is this? And you were like, it looks like bread with olives.
Oh yeah, it was like I think you were supposed to put like the stuff onto the bread and olives, but you just ate the breadstick and olives by itself, which was totally
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I ate it, and then I had the pork chop. Which was double chef's kiss. It was amazing. And for dessert, I had the cookies and cream sundae. I think I've probably broken the record for how many Sundays.
Yeah, you've had a Sundae each time.
But they're also good.
Yeah,
like,
they all look really good.
I mean, I've taken photos of every single one of them. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know what I'm talking about. But it was so good. But Zach, I know you actually didn't enjoy your main course, and you switched to mine.
I did, actually. So I started out with the what did I actually? I know I had.
You had the chicken.
Well, yes, that's the
For
main course,
course.
but I mean for the appetizer, I had. Oh no, it wasn't the escargot. That was last night.
What did you have?
What did I have?
What did you have?
I know I had the baked potato soup. That was one thing that I have.
What did you have?
The baked potato soup, honestly, while it was decent, it wasn't my favorite, and I love a good baked potato soup, so I was kind of a little disappointed by that one. And I can't remember off the top of my head what I had, but the big thing that I want to talk about actually coming out of Animator's Palette actually doesn't have anything to do with the courses. It actually has to do with the bread service. First off, the bread is great. It's like a garlic seasoned bread, but that's not the all-star of the meal. The all-star of the meal actually comes in a very small dish with your bread service, because each time that you get bread service, you get like a new kind of dipping sauce or something. This one was basically heavy cream and roasted garlic. And oh my God, was this amazing. I could drink this dip hands down every single night. I am so sad that I'm only experiencing this dip now. And I'm going to go ahead and when we get home, I'm going to have to look up how this dip is made. Because, I am going to be living off. People talk about milk and honey. No, it's milk and garlic. That's the thing that you need to be living off of.
Yeah, he's not kidding. It was really good.
It was really good. But yeah, you mentioned the chicken, since I can't remember what the appetizer I had. The chicken was really, really dry. It just wasn't hitting it. The potatoes were okay. The veggies were okay, but the chicken itself was just really, really dry, and it says that it's like been marinating in like a lemon thyme marinade for like over a day. Didn't really taste any lemon, didn't really taste any thyme. It was just a bland, dry chicken. So I was really disappointed by that. And Mitch gave me a taste of the pork. I was like,
I told you, it's really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the pork.
You switch palates.
And then I switched plates, and I was much happier with the pork.
Yeah. So what'd you have for dessert, and then we'll go to our entertainment section.
Yeah, absolutely. So for dessert, I had the cheesecake with like a brownie bottom. That was really, really good. Really, it was just still your stereotypical cheesecake with a brownie. So like the brownie was good, the cheesecake was good. It was pretty good, solid all the way around.
Very good. So now it's our entertainment side of things. Woo-wee.
This is the one that they were marketing for the Disney Dream. Like they were like, if you were gonna see a show on the Disney Dream, you need to see this one.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast. It was so good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it now. Right now, this is the best show we've seen so far.
100%.
And that is including the fireworks show I've seen, and that's the one that you have not seen.
Yeah.
So I think, Zach, this is your 4th show, and this is my 5th.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. But yeah, it just had this Broadway feel that you don't normally... I mean, I understand a lot of cruise ships. I know, Zach, you said you were on the Royal Carnival.
I was not Royal Carnival, but the Carnival Cruise, the Carnival Dream is the one that I went on.
Do they have shows on that one?
They do, and they are of Broadway caliber as well. However, they're more jukebox musicals, so they pick a genre, they sing quite a few songs in that genre, and try to interconnect a story through it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Disney has the plethora of IP that they have, so they have a little bit more to play with, and they have a little bit more money to play with. Yeah. So, and this show shows that all in spades.
Yeah, I will agree with you 110%. Like, there wasn't... I looked around at the end of the show. We gave it a standing ovation. It was that good.
Yeah.
They did a nice little. Can we talk about the kid?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be okay.
That was a nice little moment at the end of the show where everybody's human and Belle and I think the prince's name is Adam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unofficially, I believe.
Yeah, unofficial Prince Adam. The crew members find a random kid, and he was like 2 rows ahead of us. And they took him backstage, and they dressed him in a Chip outfit. And at the end, like, here he comes, he gives Mrs. Potts a hug.
Yep.
And he stands, like, right by Beast and Belle, and it was really neat.
Yeah.
Or Prince Adam and Belle. That was really cool. But just the performances were good. You can also kind of tell that this might be their first show since their contract, I would say.
This might be some friend's first contract show.
Yeah.
For this particular show. Mitch noticed it on the final bows when Belle comes out for the first time in the wedding dress.
Yeah.
Some of those reactions were a little bit more genuine to Mitch.
Yeah, to me they were.
I honestly didn't notice those reactions because I was actually more interested in, Belle's going to come out in a wedding dress. What are they going to do for her? What are they going to make it look like? So I was really excited to see that. And she looked gorgeous. Belle was wonderful in our production. The newness that I was seeing was more so what I was hearing. It didn't take me away from the show, but it did take me a step back from the show because there were a lot of moments where the cast was hesitant to come in to sing at a couple of moments where they were like, is this where, right from the moment when it was like, it just, they were a little hesitant and a little scared about those entrances, but besides that, it was actually still really good. The aesthetic is based on the live action Beauty and the Beast, which I was a little bit worried about, but I thought it was handled really, really well. For those wondering, no, they did not. They do not perform Evermore from the live action, but they do the Maurice's song as kind of like the overarching.
And they do Days in the Sun too.
Yes, so there are elements of the live action, but I know the live action was hit or miss with a lot of people. This is a very good blend of the animated and live action, in my opinion. Yeah.
So having said that, now that we finished, before we start a review, just to let you know, we are Disney cast members. This is a Disney cruise. We do not speak for the brand or the company. Our thoughts are our own.
Yep. All of our feedback is critical feedback, but we just want to make sure that we do say that our thoughts are our own, and we want to let you know what we think about all of it.
Yeah.
So
it's review time.
It is review time. So since you went ahead and explained how we split up our episodes, do you mind if I talk about how we split up our reviews?
You do whatever your heart desires, Zach.
Absolutely. So we are here on Excellent Little Podcast split up our reviews in a little bit of a special way here. Our reviews kind of start out as starting top to bottom. We're going to go ahead and start with Eat It Up, which is we enjoy it, we recommend it, we think that you should totally enjoy or have fun on this day because it was a great time for us. Cook a little more, maybe you had a little bit of rough brisket, maybe you
didn't do much.
Maybe you didn't do much and you didn't really enjoy your time, or you couldn't find any activities that were interesting to you, or maybe you had a bad experience. Just had a bad experience, but it didn't overall ruin the day. That's cook a little more, and then we have feed it to the fish for us.
Because we normally have feed it to the dog, but we don't have a dog with us.
Nope. So we're gonna trust the mob on this one and feed them to the fishes. And that is where. Today sucked, but form your own opinion when you come to your own cruise, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
We just didn't prefer this day. That all being said, Mitch, how do you rate today?
I'm not wasting any time. I ate today up completely. It's close to one of our Phantom review days, but not quite there yet. There was still some lulls in the day for me, but that's because just I have a different pace than you.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm more go, activity to activity, and you more take it slow and take it at a nice, easy pace.
Yeah, but I ate this up. I'm not wasting any time with this. But Zach, what'd you think?
Same. I ate this up. I thought that this was a really fun day. It was a nice come back to form for me day. And like I said, personally, when it comes to cruises, days at sea are my personal favorite because I enjoy the cruise ship itself. The ports could be hit or miss for me, but the cruise ship is what I come for when I come for a cruise. So, so days at seas are always my favorite kind of days.
All right, well, that's our episode. Thank you so much for joining us, my friends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, email us at elpodcastmz@gmail.com. Let us know what you think. We'd love to hear what you have to say. We got more stuff planned. Not just, I know tomorrow is our last official full day.
Yep.
We will have a full overall episode. We got tons of films coming out. You know, Black Adam, Halloween Ends. Just keep tabs on us. We have this new YouTube channel. But thank you so much for listening and watching. But until the next time,
I'm Zach.
Are you sure?
I think so. I think Jiminy's a little bit falling off though.
So he's Zach, I'm Mitch,
and we are
an excellent little podcast.